Okay, the next session will
Okay.
be in German, so if you need translation, headphones over here. Take it back and get your headphones. Yeah, jetzt geht's weiter.
So now we will continue with what many people will have thought about buying one, drones. I've thought about that too, and caught myself being in an electronics supermarket thinking, well, it's quite expensive, but no, it's quite nice. I haven't done this yet, but and I will restrain myself for now, but there's a man here who has thought about the topic drones in the last months with the risks and possibilities. He made a radio feature, he produced one, and he brought these things you can. He brought the pictures you can't show in the radio, so the pictures he made during the research and whatever he learned during that time. Large applause for Moritz Metz, please. Hello. I hope the projector technology is working now. Thanks. Great. I'm Moritz. I'm radio journalist, and I work in the way that I collect loads and loads of things, and then yeah. Well, that's why it's nice. So that I can show you some videos. There'll be a video afternoon. I'll show you some things. Republica is happening for the 10th time this year. It's been 9 years. Multicopters or drones. And the multicopters, people say whatever people call drones, think drones are too much military. That's 2007. This was the first time where people at the Chaos Communication Congress, these things were shown and people applauded because of it the first time. This is a drone. It's a small. There's a computer inside. There's a lot of parallels between these quadricopters and smartphones. Little control electronics. It's a hacked model. On the outside, the motors and motor controllers running these. There's pretty cheap supermarket things. In the last 9 years, a lot has happened, and I don't want to annoy you with numbers. Blue and red. This is how the market is going to grow in the next couple of years. Everybody's saying it's just starting. There's this old film called The Crazy Man and Their Flying Machines. It's an old Tollkühn. It's difficult to translate that word, but it's basically crazy or courageous. 2010, I bought my first drone. It was very limited. You could buy one in the electronic market. You know a couple of people. You might know these people. I flew around with them. Yes. The other is not Temple Love, but he claims to be. And on the first day I showed this. I first in the evening I tweeted that it's a huge lot of fun. In the evening I went to Volksbühne and to try to impress a woman, and I lost it. Then I lost it. So this happened, and the thing had a software bug, and the height sensor was broken, and it flew away. There's a couple of pictures I saw. I thought about hanging up a notice, copter flown away, and I just tweeted something, and the first drone was gone. The second one I built in my radio show Netzbasteln, and there's a video of that. It turned around and crashed, landed. 2014 this happened. These things, a lot can go wrong with these kind of things. What worked pretty well, there was this thing. I tried to build things. So I built seed bombs. There's sunflower seeds in there and dirt, and we built a mechanic, and this looks like this. Every time you press on the remote control, something falls down. This is how it looks in reality. We tried to throw down seed bombs GPS controlled on the Tempelhofer Feld in Berlin. You will find something like a Korn circle. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it works. It was quite funny in the tradition of the candy bombers, and then I talked about did a talk where the internet lives, and now my talk is now about where the internet flies. There's a short notice towards the radio feature in Deutschland Radio Kultur, and it runs in other radio stations too, and I wanted to show you some great possibilities. I will show you this video. You might know it. So you can do a lot with drones, deliver medicine, you can vaccines in somewhere in the outbacks, you can make heat maps of buildings, and you can make maps of earthquake areas. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can even build a bridge, or you can even catch fish. Drones allow us to act in the third dimension. It's the democratization of the view from above. This could look like that. This hasn't been done with the quadcopter, but it's done with a styrofoam glider. You can do quite a lot of things with that. Very close to the stability. It's really chill. While if you have the sort of God perspective while going past the monuments of the world, Raphael Pass is on the team Black Sheep. They have activists doing advertising videos, making advertising videos, and a lot of things has changed for them. We smile a lot when we see fences, for example. This is for us done. We get above. We press for 2 seconds on the throttle, and then we're over them. So fences were made for people from the ground perspective and not from above. Team Black Sheep flies in front of the. They were sued for a couple of times, but there was never something bad, because there's a lot of gray areas, what's allowed and what's not. Some countries have regulated it more, some less, and nothing happened there. It's
okay. There are some traditional models, and when I was younger, I built a sail glider, and you were just allowed to fly on the lawn next to the airfield, and this completely changed, and today they're an internet object. You can buy them on the internet, and you can build them by yourself, and it's easy. It's completely different than these old guys model building clubs. And in the model building club, there are borders. They give you borders, and if you build it yourself, you don't have any borders. And this is the house of the Japanese politician.
And it was a protest against the religious, the governments dealing with nuclear power. But the symbolism of it wasn't really dangerous, but the symbolism of these drones was this crash landed in the garden of the White House, and it was really impossible. It was just. It turns out that it was a drunk Secret Service agent, and they flew around, and then it just crash landed. Well, they didn't get. He didn't get any sections. Other political activism, this Pen Collective. You know, might know them. They had an action where they tried to convince Secret Service agents to exit their, and then they dropped flyers on the Dagger complex in Darmstadt in Germany. This is another political activism. These are abortion pills, and they were dropped by an organization, Women on Waves, over the Oder, and they were taken by women on the other side of the Oder. This is a very famous scene. It's not large art, but it shows huge, great art, but it shows what is possible. You can see it. The New York graffiti vandalist Katsu started to modify this billboard. And he put his spray can solution as an open source idea on the internet. And you fly along a billboard where you can spray, but the German rail was forbidden to use drones with heat cameras due to security reasons. Drones create large fear within us. So this is a male bee and a drone, and people feel uncomfortable. And drones, I think, drones create a fear because of their because of the way it's just like so intrinsic, like it hums and has these sort of razor sharp feet, and it can carry. It was a quadricopter here, so this is one of the loads, and the quadcopter, the brother of the Albanian Prime Minister, flew this Albanian flag across the stadium, and it created a huge brawl, and the game was stopped. This is Merkel on stage at election campaign, and someone flew over it with from the Pirate Party, landed this drone just in front of the stage. Everybody laughed, and the politician, nobody. They said they weren't sure about the security hole, but in the end, then they're clear that now it's now they're supposed to. There's actually a security risk for politicians. These are friends of some sort of drone stuff, and they. Yeah, we laugh, but.
And are we still laughing here? We see a drone with a gun now, and it's a real pistol. And the guy who built this is a teenager from Connecticut. And later he published another video where he grilled turkey. And you can see the copters can now carry heavy loads and can do crazy things. And now we see here a piece of pork, and the propeller picture of a drone, and they are researchers at a university in Denmark, and yeah, they tested the damage. And this is a propeller from carbon, and it's quite hard. Yeah, there is said there has been an accident in Great Britain where the eye of a child has been damaged by a propeller. And there have been sightings of drones when planes had to emergency land, and later they had to admit it was a plastic bag, but they used this to force stronger regulations. And this is a guy from the German air control, and he wants registration of the drones, so you can find the pilot when something happens. And this is a simulation of a quadcopter crashing into a plane engine. And some researchers say it's not this.
They were basically saying it's more likely that airplane crashes with a tortoise than with collides with a tortoise than with a drone. So there's two flight-controlled zones in Berlin, one along the government quarter, and this is the only bullet points in this. If you're a hobby pilot, you're not. Don't try that at home. Not in the 1.5 kilometer radius of airports. In controlled zones, only up to 30 meters. Don't only fly when you can see the drone. About 100 meters high, not at night, and not when people are gathered. There's a whole market to defend yourself against drones. It's going to be a billion dollar market. The government agency, they built a jamming device, jamming gun, a rifle. There's a video where a drone is shot with a really amazing thing. And it's a catching net. It gets caught in the propellers and the thing falls down. There's a net that's thrown on the drone from above. You can think about that. You can imagine that. There's special shotgun ammunition now for from some weapons manufacturer. And this is Philipp Dedus, and generally we have just copied a police car in order to catch a robber. So we wondered, what features do you have? Do you have to be faster than the robber? So we created a device that is a drone that is faster than other drones. So that we built this net to catch other drones. With this net solution, you need to have really great pilots 24/7. Great to flying and catching. We have also these kind of things, birds. You might know the video. The birds are educated, trained to catch the drones, but unfortunately the drones are break with that. But yeah, so this drone was created by a guy from the Netherlands. I don't know what the eagle would do, but he also used ostrich wings for this. Philipp Seebach built a drone tracker. It looks like a drone, and Philipp Seebach has a company in Kassel, and this it recognizes drones. And with industrial espionage and so it's not that easy, but you are, the question is, do you earn money with all these drone incidents? And yes, that's exactly, if you don't have any incidents, you don't need the security product. We assume that drones are only used for good purposes, but we also have alarm systems at home, so to detect intruders. So drones cannot be also that problem. I want to go back to all these insects and close this chapter with that.
I think it's for terrorists not this easy to fly a drone, and the guy they catched in Brussels now. And his lawyer said he's really dumb, so to fly a drone you have to have some knowledge, and these drones can carry about 1 to 2 kilograms, so a car bomb would be much more efficient. And so I think the panic that is created, which turns out to be a plastic bag, is quite on vogue, but it's not that real. So, and this is the stitch results, and I just replaced the drone with cars, and so large cars are quite a danger, and in the field of cars there's anarchy, and if you see you just exchange the drones with cars, then you can see that there's the possibility to create fear as well, and we need some regulations, and this will come, and then this is it's more easier than in the field, and we need to regulate because we can't abolish them again. So I wrote flying computers because more and more drones are equipped with image recognition software, and this is a drone, a small card from NVIDIA, and it has a huge computing power. And you can see this is the drone selfie copter. It was presented at CES, and it's following the mountain bikers through the woods. And he avoids the trees, and he's waiting at the end, and he returns to the mountain biker in the end. And he's following the pilot. And if a tree falls, then he recognizes and avoids this. We are in the beginning stages, but it's a huge market. And this will come, and I doubt in the next 10 years drones are not piloted by hand anymore. And and this are construction site pictures. There are limitless possibilities, and the airspace will get more and more crowded. This you might know Amazon and other great large US companies are planning drone delivery. This is an advertisement video, but this delivery by quadcopters and drones, isn't this unrealistic, as you might imagine, at least in some areas? And of course it's a science fiction scenario, but it's interesting how Amazon is lobbying for this, and to get access to airspace, because on 700 meters there's unregulated airspace, at least in Europe, and they talking about the airspace between 0 and 120 meters, and Amazon is proposing to let fly slow drones in this airspace, and above this there are the gliders, which are way faster, and you just should imagine how this would look in Berlin. And then they propose some kind of classification for drones, which are controlled via radio signals, drones which are autonomous, and then drones which are in the internet and the cloud and are constantly connected. And there are some different drone class proposals from the European Airspace Commission. And there's some other delivery drones. They're more like gliders. They are take off and take down vertically, and Google developed them. The interesting part is maybe some other things might get lost on the way. Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google, said 2013 in an interview the private drones should be forbidden and abolished, and yeah, the airspace is a new internet, and information and things are delivered like in the net, and it started in the geek culture with people that are fans, and now it should be regulated and company space, and this there's some resistance against this, and this is a guy who wrote the Drone Manifesto. Drones can fly nearly everywhere, and they can see nearly everything, can do nearly everything, and we should give them this freedom, so that not only parts of the society can fly with them, everything else would be unequal. The complete, the airspace is in danger because only Amazon or 3D robotics drones are allowed to fly, and we need standards. And there are areas where you he wants to have areas where you don't have to register in the cloud and are allowed to fly private drones. And he wants patent-free thing. So you can build your own drones and you can fly. And which will be a huge topic is advertisement in the sky. This is an advertisement action from a clothing producer, and they just put clothes on the drones and flew around in the sky through the skyscrapers. And yeah, the sky won't be free in the future. And just just fly carefully if you have a drone, and yeah, I hope in the future we'll have not this regulated sky. Thank you.
So thanks for listening. My name is Julian. Next to me was Stefan, and you can send us feedback on Twitter using the hashtag RP10EN if you want, or just come by the booth and say hi, whatever. Thanks.
In Deutschland Radio Kultur.